In the name of Almighty Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful, this is the ninth tutorial in Bootstrap tutorial series, and in this tutorial we will be talking about the Bootstrap columns, and in this tutorial we will learn how to nest the Bootstrap columns. So basically we will be doing nesting the Bootstrap columns. So let's get started. Suppose I have here a container, and then we have div class row, and inside this we have a div with a class of call-md-8, and we also assign the myStyle class that I have already defined here in the main.css, and here I say hello. Now refresh this page. So here we are taking only the 8 columns of our Bootstrap grid system, and now we want to nest. So here we are using 8 columns. So in these 8 columns we want to create other columns inside this column. So that's what called the nesting columns. To nest your contents with the default grid, add a new dot row and a set of dot columns within an existing call.sm column. Nested rows should include a set of columns that add up to 12 or fewer. So basically what does this mean, that here we are using 8 columns, but if I use a row inside this, I mean if I use a row inside here instead of this hello. So what I'm doing, if I use div class is equal to row, so here we have a row, it means that we have 12 columns, that we can use 12 columns, but we are using only 8 columns. And again I'm having a row here, so it means that again here we have 12 columns, but these 12 columns are inside this 8 columns. How? Let's see. Class of call dash md dash what 6, first 6 columns, and again call 6 second 6 columns, or last 6 columns. So let's refresh this, and now you can see this. The nesting columns basically means that now at the top we have a row, so you have 12 columns, but here we are only using 8 columns. But if inside these 8 columns you create another row, so these 8 row again have 12 columns inside it, as you can see here. Now I assign the myStyle to this as well. myStyle. So the 8 column layout, or the 8 columns are now nested, and these we have now 12 columns. Inside these 8 columns we have 12 columns. Now if I want to have another row inside this div class row, now again we are nesting columns, and if I use this row inside this call-md6, again these 6 columns are now converted here. Again we have 12 columns. How? If you doubt, so let's see. Again let's create a div class of call-md-6. It means that take 6 columns, first 6 columns, now again last 6 columns. Now let's refresh, or let's assign the myStyle class, which is coming from the main.css. Now again you can see, okay, first 6 columns. Now this last div is again divided into 2 portions, but here the text is similar, that's why that took the place of that text. So this is again converted into 12 columns. And again if I want to have a row inside this div class row, and now I want to have call class of call-lg-2, and there is 2. Copy this 6 times. 1 2 3 4 5 6, and now refresh this. So here we have a 2 2 2 2, so this is again 12 columns. This is 12 columns, 12 columns. So basically what we mean here, that if you nest any column, so that column is again converted in 12 columns. It means that if you use a row inside a group of columns, or like this div, we have used a row, so again you have 12 columns. So this is what the basic concept of nesting columns. So that's it for this tutorial. See you in the next tutorial.